Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I want to go through the projects that I completed in September. It's not quite the end of the month yet, but I have to get packed up for my vacation. So there will still be a video about that I'll get completed in the next, well, has to be in the next day. So I just wanted to go through some of these projects. It was a big craft month. We had homecoming, and so we did overalls, and my daughter decorated a cowboy hat that I helped with, and so I haven't gotten as many pages done as I wanted, and I did a lot of prepping page kits for my vacation. But I still got a few things done. I wanted to go through them. Most of them are here. 2 of them have already been given. They are cards. So I encourage you to go back and watch those videos. So this first little project was just to create some gift bags to go on our doors. So I'm going to bring some magnetic tape that I could put here, and then that can sit on the door, and the little gifts, we're doing a gift exchange on the ship, and then this will also serve to be our name tags on our door. So one for my mom and one for me. So that was a fun little project. I just finished this page. This video may post before the video for this one, but there is a process video for this. So go take a look at it. I used I Love Crafting by Echo Park. These 2 papers are from that, and then these are from my scraps. And then most of the ephemera is from that, and then I added some ephemera from my binders, some crafty ephemera from my binders as well. So that's cute. And I used a page maps sketch as a starting off point for this. So very happy with that page. This page, I did Marley and Me for the title. This is my daughter reading her favorite book at that time, Marley and Me. She wasn't really quite reading, but that was her favorite book. And so I just love those pictures of her, and I will journal about that in here. Ooh, that needs a little more sticky on it. Let's see where I want that. I think I'll move it while I'm working. So really cute, and I used a new Temu die that I hadn't used before to make this cute little owl in coordinating colors. These are from one of the papers from Bella Boulevard called Mind Your Manners, I think, and then I added some additional. I cut a couple of additional frames to add to these little frames that I fussy cut out. So really happy with that page. Very simple, just a column, 3-inch column with the photos and frames flowing down it. We'll get to that card in a minute. This is a 2-page layout called Field Day Fun. It uses Shimelle paper and Fun Stampers Journey paper, and then a whole bunch of scraps and white cardstock. And since they were wearing blue shirts and it was outdoors, I think the blue and green just go beautifully together. The ephemera, this is from Shimelle. These are Creative Memories ephemera. I used a star die to make some of the star ephemera in the clusters. This is from a Ginger's Corner embellishment swap that I got to use up. And then I'll be journaling here on this cloud paper. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. My daughter was super shy, so you can see she wasn't running her hardest. She just was shy at this stage. So field day fun, and I cut these on my die machine. And then I took the scraps from that and I made this cute card. I actually added these plum colored scraps instead. I used the same dies that were out on my desk, plus some circular dies, the Shimelle paper, and then I scuffed everything up just to give it that sort of textured look. And these are these are stitched dies, so it kind of looks like a little quilty. So I'm really happy with that. And then just brightened it up with some gems. And this is a top fold card. All right, this is another 2-page layout. And I had a page kit designed for this, or pulled for this, but then I found this existing paper page layout that I had done for a class years and years ago, and I decided to challenge myself to make it work and get it used up and out of my stash. So it's Hello Gorgeous. The paper and the layout is from Keller's Creations, and they're known for doing a lot of these pre-cut scalloped circles and stuff like that. But it's real cute. It has ribbon. So what I did was figure out my photo layout, made it work for the size pictures that I had. These are just under 4x6s. They're actually true 5x3s, and then I trimmed them where I could, just sort of get them to fit. I put a couple of them in circles that I thought worked. I did move these around a little bit, and then I have journaling space here and here. And this is the day of her recital, so playing backstage, and then with her teacher. So I will talk a little bit about her teacher and the fact that she didn't actually dance on the stage. She sat on her little bare spot and did nothing. But this was a fun challenge for me. And this is a Temu die that I got recently, and I had just made this just playing around, and it was in my embellishment folders. And so that's really the only nod to ballet that's on here. And then I added these pink pearls to add a little more girly bling to it. But that worked out really well. All right. Another 2-page layout. When we did these daycare events, we always have a lot of photos, because you have photos of the class and photos of her friends. So this is sort of a travel page, but not quite, because we were doing International Day at daycare. And so their room was doing Japan. And I'm going to straighten this out a little bit. Their class was doing Japan, and so I pulled out the blues and the reds that are in the photos, and then I also used some distress ink, faded blue jeans, I think is the color, to add a little something to the blue background. I thought this was reminiscent of a Japanese screen or something like that. And then this paper I thought felt a little Japanese to me as well. So I have a picture of all the food, and then a couple of her friends, and then her using chopsticks to feed her granddad, and fun with her mom. And then the ephemera that I used, I had some travel stickers in a sticker book, and then some other travel ephemera. So some of it I did travel-ish stuff, and then I added a few school-related things. And then instead of enamel dots, I used some old blue, red, and clear buttons that I had, adding a little sparkle to the page. So I was pretty happy with that 2-page layout and getting quite a few large photos on there. I did have some scraps. This is the back of that striped paper, and I was about to put it away because I didn't want to make a card using the stripes, and then I saw this, so I made this fun card with this balloon motif. I cut these on my Cricut, and then I stamped the happy birthday in a couple of different colored inks, and added some Nuvo drops to bring out a little more silver. So just a cute, simple card made from my scraps, and I used my new dies. This one is a die, this one is just cut because I wanted it pretty tight on there. And this was a die I used as well. All right, this is a 1-page layout, another daycare or preschool event. They took a field trip, and then after the field trip, they went on to eat at probably Casa Olay or something that we could get all the kids to eat. I used Creative Memories paper, and then some Echo Park back to school stickers. These are super old Creative Memory letters. And then I'll journal here about it. I'm not sure I got to go on the field trip. Otherwise, I would have photos of the field trip, which I don't, but I did meet them for lunch. So that's just really cute. And so I did these little tabs so I could label the friends that she was with in those pictures. All right, this is a 2-page layout of the rehearsal from my daughter's first recital. And I used some Creative Memories paper. I think it's Fabulous was the name of this line. And then I had this brown and white polka dot paper in my stash from I think a Giddy Up Girl or something like that from Recollections, and it had this little border on it. So I'm going to journal right here. This says Barely Dancing. I used this bear from a Ginger's Corner swap, but I modified it because it had blue on here, so I just changed those to pink. Cut a whole bunch of pink hearts and used some stickers. This actually is laid out this way on the paper. I did not paper piece this together. This is the layout of this paper, and then this is the back side of it. Here, I'll show you. And so I was able to just add these borders to make it look more intentional, and I thought that came out really well, and I got to use some seriously old stash. And then I used some brown copper Nuvo drops to add to it. So that's really, really cute. You can see she was not having it. She did fine when she was on her own and just in front of her family, but this is how she danced, both during the rehearsal and during the recital. She's that kid. All right, and I used Shimelle's Reasons to Smile, and this purpley, both of these papers actually are from it, as is this wood grain and I cut a circle out of it, and then I cut some crescents out of the wood grain and the purple to add to it, and then just layered some photos of cooking dinner with our friend, where she was helping make dumplings. So that page turned out really cute. And I had scraps from it, including I had a flower that I had done, and I had used this on a couple. I had done multiples of these, so I had an extra sitting in my little bin, and this is a pre-made sentiment from Paper Rose. So I used my scraps to create a simple little card, and added some purpley pink. They're actually a little bit more of a pink, but they definitely look purple here. So they've picked up this purple color. So a really nice get well soon card. And that's what I have to share for you. So please go back and watch some of those process videos. And there's lots more videos coming up, including packing for my trip. And then once I get settled on our ship, I'll be making pages. I have 10 page kits plus 10 cards that are sort of ready to go, and I might be able to have time to put together a few more page kits and maybe even do another page or two before I leave. Thanks a lot, you guys.